This is a continuation of the, reaction video in connection with women that deny their husbands sex. I'm here with Obed, and he's also going to share his view with us, the comments that he want to make about that particular video. My name is Counsellor, and this is Prime Testimony Channel. Obed, have you watched the video?
Yes, I have.
Okay, all right. So what are your comments and what are your views?
Okay, thanks very much for giving me the opportunity. In fact, I listened to varying views from both the males and the females.
Yeah.
And neither of them have got a point. But the whole topic borders on is denial of sex, breaking relationships of marriages.
Yeah.
And the answer here that I will offer is yes. That is my view to it.
Okay.
Because sex is one of the components which is able to sustain marriages.
Yeah.
And for that reason, men naturally are born to like what they see.
Okay.
So since men are naturally moved so easily when it comes to the issue of sex, once you deny them emotionally, you have thrown them off their house.
Okay.
And then probably you are pushing them out to go and do whatever they would want to do. Because even when you are even keeping the man in the house itself, the man is finding ways and means. Then you yourself giving the opportunity where you are denying the man the sex to be able to go out. Then it means eventually you are giving somebody out there the opportunity for the person to be able to grab your husband.
All right. So would you say that that's what could be one of the reasons why some men are cheating now and some women are also cheating?
Sure, it is true. And for some of the women that are cheating, I wouldn't say that it is because of the sex that their men are denying them.
Okay.
For theirs, sometimes it could be to maybe their partner is not really performing in bed as to their satisfaction. They are not able to own up to them.
Okay.
And probably they will resort to somebody that they think that they are so comfortable with the person.
All right.
Having gone into bed with that person. So with the women, some of these issues accompanies their view of getting into extramarital affairs.
All right.
But for the men, that I do know that for them, basically when you deny them the sex or probably you do something that is off the way, probably you throw the men out and they'll go in for another person.
All right. But in your own view, do you think it's the right way for both the men and the women to seek it outside when they have issues?
From biblical point of view, I would say no, that is not the right way. From biblical point of view, that is not the right way.
Okay.
But there are varying levels that each and everyone can handle emotion that comes their way.
Okay.
Because whenever somebody is depressed or is in a stressful situation, the cognitive aspect of the mind usually ceases.
Okay.
And it is the emotional aspect that is
Exactly.
When emotions also sets in, you are bound to move with your heart and not your thoughts.
Okay, I see.
It is all about if the person is not somebody or understand the situation to be able to control the emotions or in the first instance, that's what the person is bound to do.
Okay. Thank you very much, Brother Obed. You are listening to Prime Testimony Channel. This is a reactional video that we are using to comment on the cheating here, the starving here and there. That's in connection with sex, and that is causing a lot of breakages in marriage. Brother Obed, they also raised some points somewhere in the video that sometimes some of our cultural practices, and I think even the gentlemen were giving example that sometimes their mothers will tell them when they are preparing to go to marriage that, as for said, don't give everything all. Give it small. Yes, I'll home phone. This is how we did, and then we're able to get what we want from our fathers. Do you think it's the kind of advice they should give to their children?
Uncle, I believe maybe I don't know what in the past they saw to be able to offer those advice to their wards when they are getting into marriage. Yeah. But I think things have changed over the years, and dynamism is very key when it comes to relationship. And there was something we call SECA. SECA is just adjusting to the 24-hour period that we have. So the whole existence of human being is just about adjusting to your environment that you find yourself. So marriage is a new environment. The ones you get in there, it is about what the realities that you are feeling, that you find your ways and means to be able to adjust to them. Even though the cultural practices may be, but the cultural practices can be refined in a way to suit the current environment that you find yourself. So that you don't put yourself into much trouble.
So your final words, advice for young men and women who are about to marry and those who are already married.
Okay, my final word is that sex, though a component of marriage, but it should not be a basis to which usually relationships or marriages should be broken. And my advice to the people out there who are yet to marry is that make sure you are mentally developed and mentally matured.
Great.
That you can be able to handle issues not based on what somebody tells you, but based on your own assessment and how you are able to handle issues. Because don't expect anything also in marriage. Because when you do that, you break your marriage right from the onset.
Can you clarify that?
Now, you are entering into something you don't know what is there that awaits you.
All right.
So why then are you bringing in expectation?
Okay.
It's a new environment you are finding yourself, and you are seeking for a certain kind of opportunity. So when you come there, what is there that you step on those ones to look for the new opportunities?
Okay.
But if you have expected something before you come and the realities now have changed, then it means that you have different thoughts altogether, and the marriage begins to break.
Okay.
So I'll urge my fellow ladies and men out there that they should be mentally matured enough and that they can be able to handle issues very well before they enter into relationship and marriages. And I hope with that alone and God being on their side, they can be able to sustain their relationship for quite some long time.
Thank you very much, Obed. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. This is Prime Testimony Channel. I will encourage you to subscribe to this channel. My name is Ato Brent Ishan.